Hello there, it's Catherine from my hillside garden. Northeast Pennsylvania, Zone 6A, for those of you that may be new to the channel and wondering where I have my garden at. Today I wanted to talk to you about propagating. Now, I am not an expert by any means. A lot of what I've learned has been from watching other YouTubers, and I am so grateful for all of the channels that I do watch, because I always seem to learn something from them. So this year I wanted to grow more flowers and have more plants in my yard, and it can be expensive if you're going out and purchasing them. So I thought I'd give a try at propagating my own plants. What did I really have to lose? Maybe a little bit of time if they didn't take, but otherwise I've been able to get some really nice plants, and I wanted to show you a couple of them. Here is a dahlia. I took this clipping from the bottom of the plant as it was a separate shoot from the other plant, and I stuck it in a pot of soil, kept the soil moist. It's growing. So this one will get transplanted into another container. Then I love coral bells, and I have a lot of them dotted through the yard, and I want more. How easy was this? Now, I'm sorry I'm not showing you exactly how I did it, but you crack off a part of the plant, you stick it in a pot of soil. It has new growth on it. See, right there? So I have a ton of new coral bell plants. Another one that I did was cranesbill. I had this huge cranesbill plant in the top of the yard, and I want more because I like the way it fills in things. I took a bunch of cuttings from that, stuck it in the pot, and new growth, so new plants. I also tried lavender. I was a little leery of doing this, but I've seen other people do it, and you can see, here's new growth right here. All I did was cut off a green tip from this plant, one of the tips. You make sure there's no flowers on it because you don't want the energy going to the flowers. You want it to go into the roots. Stuck it in the soil, kept it moist. Then I had purchased this plant, and I'm sorry I don't have the name of it. The tag is up in the pot, but I just loved this purple flower. So I thought, okay, I'll just take some cuttings. It's flowering, so it's growing, so now I can get ready to put these in separate pots. So don't be afraid to propagate things. Give it a try. You will surprise yourself, because I know I have. Now, one of the other plants that I wanted to grow more of, and I know I could just plant seeds, was yarrow. I have a couple of yarrow plants in the yard, and they're struggling where they're at. So what I did was I went along the plant, and I pulled out what I thought was a newer growth, and it has some roots on it. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in this pot of soil. Let's bring it down a little bit. I'm going to put it in this pot of soil. It has the roots on it. Leave the crown out. You don't want to bury the crown. Can you see how the crown is sticking out? And then I'll water that in real good and put it in a shady spot. I have a couple of them here, and as you could see, they were not doing very well. I don't know if this one will take or not, because the roots, let's see, I don't know if I could get it in focus. The roots are right against that edge. So I figure it doesn't hurt to give it a try. So we'll just bury that into the soil, and I am just using plain old potting mix. It's what I had available. We're going to stick that in there. We'll be sure to water it in very well, and I have the crown above the surface. So that's two, and oh, actually I have two more, so let's see. This one has the seed pods, so I'm going to take the seed pods off and save those seeds. But see how that's connected there? So I'm just going to break off. I should probably cut. Let me get my clippers. I'm going to clip off the stem, just because we really don't need the flowering stem anymore. So now we have, and this one does have nice roots on it, as you can see. And I'm going to stick it in the soil of this pot. And let's get that down there. And once again, the crown is above the surface. Here's another one. I'm going to stick that in this pot as well. I don't think it'll hurt to have two in there. And we're going to water those in. And hopefully we're going to have 4 new yarrow plants to put in the garden. So try new things. There's nothing wrong with experimenting. Don't be afraid. Just do it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. That always helps with the ratings. Leave me a comment. Tell me how you propagate things, or what your biggest fear about propagating some of the plants from your yard were. And we can all learn something from it. Have a great day. Happy gardening.